seen how to work with the component communication with the help of @input and @output, and how to generate the custom events and what is the need of the custom event. Also we have seen, and to share the data from parent to child we use what? @input decorator, and to share the data from child to parent we use what? @output, and then following with an event emitter which can be used to generate the custom event and sharing the data. That is what we discussed. And if there is no relation in between any component, I told you like we will be using what? Services. Okay, services, that what we have seen. And also I uploaded like all that examples. Hope you have seen. Not even the notes. If you can open like the one that what I have shared with you, the drive. If you can go to the Google Drive, there you can find that also. I uploaded like what are the projects we discussed so far. Component communication, component demo, data binding directive, event, and that application that we have covered. So all those are I have uploaded, because like some people might feel difficult to do the practice from the document. That is where I uploaded like so far like whatever we have discussed. You may find all that examples as well with proper coding as well. Right. Now I don't want to start with the services, because services means like, as I told you, which can be used for the reusability. And mainly the purpose of the service is used to perform the HTTP. Okay, HTTP client class we are using, and also we just have to understand the third party library, that is RxJS, reactive extension for the JavaScript. So that is where this particular concept, maybe I can start after completion of pipes concept, because like pipes is very simple concept, and after that I'll be taking one session on completely how do we implement the custom directives also. Those two are pending when it comes to like an intermediate level Angular application development. And once if it is done, services we will understand how to create like the normal services, how to connect with the real world API, and how to get the data, and how do we perform. So far by using the fetch method, we are just like fetch the data. But apart from that one, we are going to submit the data to the server, right? Yes or no? That means whenever, let's say I have a login page, when user perform like user enter the username and password, then we will make a request to the server and validate the username and password on the database server, whether it is there or not, and based on that I want to display a particular message to the user. Or else I'm going to do a simple registration by taking different input from the user, and that data I wanted to share it to my database server. That is also one of the requirement. So to understand like all those concepts, we should have like separate sessions are required. But intermediate level, like there are like two concepts which are pending from my end. The first one is the pipe, and second one is the custom directive, and the third one is going to be life cycle hooks are available. And then we still not discussed anything about the forms also. We created like the simple form, but we haven't performed any validations, right? Yes or no? So to build that form, we have like different things are available. I'll just show you. Okay. I'm not having here, but like, I have a couple of topics which I have listed in the very beginning. Maybe with this one, I guess. No. Okay, this is pure TypeScript. Anyone have that notes? I shared very beginning. Right. Okay, so far like whatever we have completed, I'll just give an overview. We have seen like the introduction part of it and how to set up that environment and all. And also, maybe I'll copy this. Okay, this is done or not? First one is the introduction, and the second one, environment setup. And we discussed about the TypeScript, how to create the first application, and how do we use the bootstrap and all. Data binding. Data binding, we have seen what? One way, two-way data binding, and the style binding and class binding. And directives are done, but custom directives is still it pending from my end. And we have seen how to work with structural and behavioral directive. And now what I want to do is I'm going to explain you how do we work with pipes concept and then custom pipe. Once if it is done, then I'll go with custom directive, and then we will understand how do we work with the forms implementation along with the validation and a component communication. Anyhow, this is done. Let me cut this and keep it here. Okay, this is also done, component communication, and then we will understand how to work with the form and then routing mechanism. Then I'll start working with the services. Because if I'm explaining like, the service now, again, we should understand like, only how to fetch the data, because we never understand how to pass the data to the server. And when it comes to the services, I'm not sure like here people are explaining only how to get the data, but the way how we are getting the data, sending the data to the server, updating the data on the server, deleting the data on the server, those are very important for every Angular developer to understand. That is where like, we have HTTP get request, post request, put request, delete request, and a patch request. These five are very important to understand. So I'll explain you like, all together. That is the reason where I don't want to start the services right away at this moment. Maybe I'll start with the pipe and a custom pipe, and then we will understand later how to create the custom directive section. And then we will see the forms implementation, routing, services, and we will be understanding. As I'm a .NET developer, I'm going to use like, the .NET application in order to perform like all the CRUD operation, but it doesn't matter that like a background application. A backend application can be anything. If you are a Java developer, prepare some like, the Java backend application. And if you can share that URL to me, then I can show you like how we can integrate that also. That means backend doesn't matter at all. Anywhere you go, backend doesn't matter for that Angular developer. It's all about like, we are learning the front end application, but pure front end application, as we have seen like, the fake store API, they won't provide us to perform post, put and delete actions. That is only the reason I'm creating a simple backend application, and I will show you how to integrate. But here I'm taking .NET as my backend, but any Java developer, if they're ready to give me some web service and hosted in some server, then I can show you that application also. But I can explain you in a generic way. I mentioned here .NET, but I can explain you in generic way and how we can use the JWT authentication and HTTP interceptor, after that component lifecycle hook and Angular material and unit testing, following with a sample project that I will share it with you. Okay. So now let's come back. So the today's concept is going to be, I'll use pipes in Angular. Now what is meant by a pipe and how do we work with the pipe? Generally, when it comes to any kind of application development, right now, like, the scenario is going to be like this. The backend application that we are having, let's say this is my backend application, and the backend application will connect with the database, because the pure front-end application will never interact with the databases. And when I say about the database, don't think that only, let's say, most of the people, they are thinking MongoDB and all, but MongoDB and all used for, like, the simple application. If you wanted to build a complex and a real-time application, then we definitely should have some relational database support, RDBMS. That is the reason all the Java people, they are working on which database? Oracle database. All the .NET people, we are working on what? .NET developer, SQL Server database, right? The reason behind that is relational database are having more priority than the non-relational databases when it comes to the real-time implementation. So that is the reason the backend application can be anything. Either you may go with .NET, or you may go with Java, or you may go with PHP, or you may go with Python. It doesn't matter at all. You can use any of the backend application. This backend application, what it will do is, it will connect with the database. Okay, this is just assume that this is going to be my database, and that database is also going to be a relational database I am using, RDBMS. Now, Srikant, why we need to have a backend application? Because to the relational database, the front-end application will never interact. It is not at all possible to interact a front-end application with a relational database, and we don't have any approach to do that one. Either it is an Angular or React or Vue.js or Knockout.js, anything you can take, it is not at all possible. A pure JavaScript will never communicating with the relational databases. So that is the reason we must and should have a backend application, that is for sure. Srikant, if I don't know anything about the backend, how I can? It doesn't matter that, like, this implementation is completely done by the different set of developer, not by the Angular developers. But you people wants to become a full stack developers, right? So that you definitely should have an idea about the backend application and RDBMS, both are required. Now, okay, I prepare some data maybe by using either .NET, Java, whatever you comfortable, you can prepare it over there. And that data I can display in a different clients, right? That means Flipkart you can take. Do we have Flipkart only as the mobile application? Tell me. It's a generic question, right? We don't have it. So that what I can do, I'm going to use Flipkart in my mobile application, and at the same time, the same Flipkart, I can use it in my, let's say, web application that what we are having. And the same time, I'm going to use the same application. Maybe if it possible, I can maintain that as a Windows application also. That's up to me. Like, what type of client that what I'm preparing based on the requirement. Now, the backend should support, like, all the places. That means whatever the backend you prepared, the backend should support with all the different type of application. This is how the real-time architecture right now. Earlier, for every application, there is a separate implementation. That means if it is a mobile application development, we have the mobile application development separately till the database. If it is a web application, we have a separate implementation. If it is a Windows application, we have a separate implementation. But now it is not going to be happen because the same business is available in different medium. Same business. See, what are the challenges we are having in the previous architecture? Suppose let's say Flipkart mobile application, I build it separately, and Flipkart web, I build it separately. Some seller, like, they came up with 10 mobiles, 10, let's say iPhone 14 Pro. They are having 10 iPhone 14 Pro. I'm uploading that all in my mobile application, but those items are not visible in the web, right? If I'm maintaining like in a different architecture, I can't see that in a web application. Suppose in web application, somebody has purchased, let's say 2 mobile, but if I'm creating that in the separate architecture, then I can't see that update on the mobile. That is the mismatch was happen for the business requirement. So that is the reason nowadays, like, the complete architecture is changed, and the backend, whatever we build, that's supported with any of the client. Either it is a mobile client, or it is a web client, or it is going to be Windows, or even if it is console also, it should support. That is how, like, our architecture right now. Now, in this case, suppose in my mobile application, I'm going to display all the product information with the help of, let's say, by using cards. I hope you know how to use the cards here, right? Yes or no? We have discussed about the cards or not? Bootstrap cards, man. You know it, right? And at the same time, the same data, like whatever I'm having, coming to the web application, what I want to do, I want to display that in a tabular format. Is it possible or not? Because, like, web applications are supported with the grid architecture, so that I can use the grid and I can display that in my tabular format. Now here I have a requirement. I just wanted to display the application, or else I want to display a particular product name. Maybe the product name is going to be iPhone 11, or else like iPhone 12 is my product name, and I want to display that in here iPhone 12 like this. Okay, iPhone 12 like this. But coming to the web application, I'm going to display that in iPhone 12 like this. That is my requirement. That means here I'm going to display all with lower uppercase, and here I'm going to display all with lowercase. But in my backend, that means in my database table, I'm going to have something like this. iPhone 12 is available. So something like this. So where I need to do the modification then? Tell me. Where I need to do the modification? Now here you can observe that the backend, that is the database table, the name is going to be, it's an iPhone 12, that what we are having here. Okay, this is how. That means first I is capital, and after that P is capital, and iPhone 12, the remaining characters or the words are going to be in lowercase. But the same data, when it comes to the front end application, in one application I'm displaying with the uppercase letter, another application I'm displaying with some lowercase letter. Tell me where I supposed to do the change for that. If I change it in the back end as the uppercase, both the places are going to be in upper. If I change it in my back end, both are lowercase, both are going to be changed in the lowercase, right? Then how I can handle it? Very good. That means based on the client that we are delivering the product detail, there if I'm writing some logic which is used to change that particular data into uppercase, change that particular data into lowercase. If I'm doing like that, then I no need to change anything on the database data, right? Yes or no? No need to change any data. So for that reason, what we are going to do is we use the pipes. The main importance of the pipe is going to be a pipe is used to transform the data before rendering it on the client. The pipes are used to transform the data because I don't have a database access to modify it over there. Understand? As a front-end developer, I don't have a database access to go there and to do the modification. But client is expecting me that Srikanth, just you have to display whatever the data it is coming, it doesn't matter to me. You supposed to display with what? Uppercase letter. You supposed to display with lowercase letter. Or else let's say I'm giving all the description to the user, but I don't need it all. I need only few characters length is required. Then how you can manage? All those things are going to be managed with the help of a concept in Angular. That is what we call it as a pipe. What is pipe here? A pipe in Angular, a pipe in Angular is a class which is used to transform the data and render in client, which is used to transform the data and render in the client. That is where we go with the pipe that what we are having. Understood? Clear now? Now here Angular supports two types of pipes here. The first one is going to be, we have predefined pipes are available, predefined pipe, and the second one is going to be custom pipes are available. We have around 15 to 20 pipes are available, which are created by the Angular team, which are created by the Google. Around 15 to 20 are available, and I'm going to discuss most, but if I'm not discussing anything, you people can try. We have a good examples in internet for each and every pipe, but I'll try to cover as much as possible, because everything if I want to cover, then it might take more days. That is the reason I'll go with few of the pipes here. How do we use? And the remaining you people can try by yourself. Now we have two types of pipes are available. The first one is going to be a predefined pipe, and the second one is going to be the custom pipe. And here, do remember one thing, pipes will never modify the original value. It just modify the value. Okay, it just modify the value for rendering. Now what does it mean? It means that suppose let's say from the back end I'm getting what, where employee name is equal to employee name, which is of type string. Now I'm going to get my name something like this. This is my name, that what I am getting from my backend application. After getting this one, generally how we are going to display, suppose let's say I'm going to use the H3 here, and then if I'll be displaying that particular one with the help of employee name here, then whatever we are having on my backend application, I'm able to see the same output over here, right? But the client is asking me a requirement. What is the requirement? Srikanth, while displaying your name, just display that with the uppercase letter. Then what I can do, I am going to apply a pipe over there. Now the pipes are going to give with the help of a pipe symbol, and then whatever the pipe you wanted to give, you can give it over there. Understood? This is how the pipes are going to be used. You have the data in a variable. Generally, by using the interpolation syntax, we display the data. Now, at the time of displaying the data on the HTML, what I want to do, I'm going to transform the data. Now, when I'm transforming the data in the HTML, is it modified in my TS file? Is it modified? Tell me why it is not modified. Because which syntax I'm using here? Which syntax I'm using here? Interpolation syntax. Interpolation syntax is a one-way data binding or two-way data binding? It's a one-way data binding. One-way data binding also, what type of data it is getting? I mean, what is the flow over there? It will get the data from the TS file and display the same data in the HTML. That's it. Whenever the HTML is modified, then we don't have any impact on my backend variable or backend model. That is the reason pipes will never modify the original value. Rather, it just modify what? the value what is rendered on the template. That is the reason every pipe we are using with one-way binding, one-way data binding, that is with which syntax? String interpolation. Interpolation. That means we have only one option to use the pipe. That is what we call it as interpolation. Now, how do we use that particular pipe? I'm going to write a simple syntax here where I'm going to use the variable which is of type string, that what I can give, and here you can write like any name over there, anything you can give, and here what I can do, whatever the variable name we are having here, I'm going to give the variable name and give uppercase over there, and here in place of that I can use the pipe name here. Understood? Now here this logic you supposed to write it in your TypeScript file. Okay, TypeScript file, and this logic whatever I have written here, this you can write it in your HTML file, that what I can say. Clear na? So like this, how many pipes are available? We have like different pipes are available. The examples are going to be, the first pipe is uppercase, and the second pipe is going to be, we have lowercase is available, and the third pipe is going to be title case is available, and the fourth one is going to be, we have slice is available, and the fifth one is going to be, we have something like currency is available, and the sixth pipe is going to be number is available, and the seventh one is going to be percent is available. Understand? Percent is available. Like that we have different pipe. Like once we start, IntelliSense will show, because I didn't remember all. We have like few more, but we will be discussed one by one how we can use it. Like date or different pipes are available. I will show you one by one. So to demonstrate about it, first I'll create a new project. So how to create? ng generate. What I want to do, generate application. Now I'm using pipes demo, and I'm going to have the routing mechanism so that I can say yes, and then CSS also. It might take a minute. Right. And after this, let's clear the screen. And ngs -o - project is equal to, what is the project name? Pipes demo, that what I can give. Then meanwhile it will get execute. Now I'll go to here to the project. We have the pipes demo is available. Under that we have an src. Under that we have an app folder. Let me add a folder, and the name of the folder is going to be components. And inside the components folder, I'll be creating a new components to demonstrate about the pipe. So that I'll be using the command prompt and clear the screen. ng C for the component. I'll be using custom. Okay. Pipes. Just I'm giving pipes is the one -- skip - test, that what I can say. Okay. Now here it was created. Now I'll go to my components page. In that we have one component is available. And before that I'm doing the basic sanity by having the styles over there. And then import URL, where I can go with node module. And I just wanted to go with bootstrap over there. And then dist bootstrap over there. After that, I have a dist folder, CSS, and I'm going to give the bootstrap over here. Let me give the bootstrap here. And this is the first one. After that, I'm using the second one here. I'll be using the node module, and I'm using bootstrap icon font bootstrap icon.js. This is the first one. And the same time, I'll be using the selector here. Let's go to that index.html, remove it, and then you can give it over there. And after that, I use this pipes component as my startup so that I can use it in my pipes component. Save it and you can see that output. Right. Right now we don't have just it's a pipes work. Just it's a title that what we are having. I'm able to see the title. Now what I want to do, I just wanted to start with my first one. Before that, what I can do is I'm going to take where, okay, name is going to be of type string is equal to, I'll be writing with some convention. Whatever the way we wanted to write, you can write it over there. Welcome to, okay, I am using Naresh, okay, IT, that what I can say. Welcome to Naresh IT, that what I have given over there. That's it. No need to give the where keyword. If you wanted to give like, the public, you can. Now, generally like how it is going to be displayed, you can see, I'm just removing it and I'll be taking a div which contains the class as container, and I'll be taking a simple paragraph here. And then how to display that one? By using an interpolation syntax or not? I used an interpolation syntax, and whatever the name I'm having, I'm going to giving it over here and save that application. And this is how it is going to be. Welcome to Naresh IT, that what we are having. So now this is like, the original data. But now I wanted to apply a pipe for that one. So what pipe? First pipe is going to be, I'll be using what? Uppercase. So how I can display that uppercase? Simply, I'm using name and use the pipe symbol. Okay, use the pipe symbol, and then I'll be using, you see, uppercase is available. Now, the time when I'm giving that uppercase, everything is going to be converted into that uppercase or not? Yes or no? Is it modify that existing data? No, because like we are using what? One-way data binding, that to the interpolation. Interpolation is just used to get the data from where? Component to the component to the HTML file. That's it. It won't do anything. So this is what the uppercase is a pipe which is used to get or else like convert or transform the data or string data into uppercase. Same way, if we can just copy that and paste it here, in place of uppercase, I'll be using lowercase. Now you see, I'm going to use something like lowercase. Save it and then come back here. Everything is getting converted into the lowercase or not? Yes or no? Same way, it's very simple concept. Nothing much complex. But we have 2 or 3 pipes which are a bit complex. I18 plural n and I18 slice or singular. Something is there. 2 pipes are a bit complex, but apart from that, everything is same like this only. Now the next one is going to be, I'll be using title case here. So how I can display it? You can see I'm using the name here, and then I'll be using a title case pipe over there. Now you can just come back here. Now you see, welcome W capital, T to T capital, Naresh N capital, IT I capital. But the original data is going to be like this, that what we are having. Understood? Clear na? Clear everyone? Same way we are going to use the remaining pipes also. Now what I want to do, I just wanted to go with another one. Let me go here and I'm going to separate it. Okay. So this is the one that what I am having. Maybe I can give it in word wrap. Right. So this is the one. Now I'll be writing something like public. Okay. Another variable that what I am writing, public rate, which is of type number, is equal to, I'll be giving 0.245, that what I can say. Okay, public rate is going to be 0.245, that what I have given. Generally, like how it is going to be displayed, you can see. Otherwise, like I'll be using like, only one. I'm going here. Generally, like how it is going to be displayed, you can observe that when I'm using, let's say, rate is the variable, I guess it's a capital, but don't create with a capital. That's not a good practice. Go with all small cases, especially like while creating the variable, follow the camel case. Okay, follow the camel casing. Now you can see this is how it is going to be 0.245 that we are having. But now what I want to do, in place of that, I'll be using a pipe that is going to be percent pipe, that what I can use. And here you can see how it is going to be converted. I use the rate and I use the pipe, and the pipe name is going to be percent if I'm using. Now what it is showing me? 25%. Understand? That means instead of showing it me as a decimal value, it is showing with what? Some percentage. Okay, some percentage, because it's 0.245 means it's 24.5. It's around like, you can divide by 100, you will be getting the same. Okay. And if it is like, 5, then it will take like, the upper value. If it is less than 5, the last, then it will go to the lower value. That is how it is going to be. Just to display like, the percent, we have a percent pipe. And the same way, generally, JavaScript is able to create its object. Suppose, let's say, I'll be using public. Product is the one that what I can use, where it contains name, which is of type string, and at the same time, I'll be having price, which is of type number. And then if I'll be storing here, maybe let's say name is the first one, I'll be writing something like iPhone 14, and the price is going to be, let's give, maybe I can give around 78,000, that what I can say. And save this application. How we are going to display this one? How we are going to display? Now you can see when I use a pipe, and then I can display something like this. Now here, whatever you prepare, this is a JavaScript object. Okay, it is an object of what? JavaScript. Now you can see when I render that on the browser is not able to understand. Understand? The browser is not able to understand a pure JavaScript object. Then what we are going to do? We have to convert that into the JSON. Then only the browser can able to understand, right? Yes or no? That is the reason whenever we are using the Fetch API by default, it gets the data in the form of binary. But we are doing the conversion with the help of .json or not? Yes or no? Same way, I'm going to do it here also. How I can convert it? For that reason, what I can do is, I'm going to use another pipe here. That is what we call it as JSON. Now the time when I'm giving the JSON pipe here, let's give a simple JSON pipe, that what I can use. Save that application, and you can see the name is iPhone 14, and the price is going to be 78,000, that what we are having. Then only the browser will understand. Otherwise, browser will render that as a pure object only, JavaScript object only. It won't understand exactly what it is. Clear now? And the same way, we have another pipe is available. Maybe I can say slicer. I'll be writing here. Let's say the next pipe is going to be, let's have a pipe that is what we call it as slice. Now, what is the use of the slice pipe? Slice pipe, you can see when I use like, the slice something like this. Now we have an error. You can just read that error. What it is? Expected 2 to 3 argument, but how many arguments I have given? Only 1. Now generally, what is the need of the slice? In array we have the slice method, right? Yes or no? Right. What is the need of the slice method? Slice is mainly used to trim the content. That means from where you wanted to take and how many characters you guys wants to take, that you can specify with the help of slice. Sorry. So to do that one, what I can do is I am going to use a colon here. First argument is going to be from which index you guys wants to start. Maybe I can start from 0, and how many values or how many character you wanted to read from that given string. Suppose let's say welcome, I'm going to read like the 7 characters. Name is originally will contain what you can see. We have around welcome, this is 7, and space is the 1, 8, and then 2, 10, 11, and 11 plus 6, 17, 18, 19, 20 characters length is available here. But I don't want to display like all the content to the user, whole content to the user. Rather, what I want to do, I just want to display only the selective content. How I can display? By using which one? Slice. When I use the slice, now you can see how it is going to be. What it is showing me? Only the first 7 characters. You can see the index will start with 0, 0 to how many characters? Now it will start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 character. Understand? That means if you wanted to get a particular string or particular value from the given string, you don't want to display all. Generally, when this is going to be helpful, whenever you have the project description or product description, where it is going to be, let's say, a big passage, then it disturbs the whole UI, right? Definitely, it disturbs the whole UI. Instead of doing that, I'm going to do what? I'm going to slice only a particular content, and if they really wants to know something more, then I can provide what? A click more, click here for the more or something. Then if user click on it, I'm going to display all the content until unless I can slice only a particular piece from the string and I can display it to the user. Understood? So there I can use what? A slice that what we can have. We cannot, yes, we can use. We'll come to that point later, don't worry. Okay, we can use more than one pipe at a time also. That is also possible. Now that is all about like, the pipe that what we are having. And these are the pipe. And the next pipe is going to be, maybe I can say there is a pipe that is what we call it as a key value pipe is available. Key value pipe in Angular. So if I'll be going with key value, key is the string and we have the value is the number. Okay. Nothing here. What it is doing, generally ngFor is also doing the same thing by using that index. But without using that index, they release this pipe. Because one thing, these pipes are used based on your project requirement. It is not required to like, to use like all these pipes in all the project. It's all depend on the requirement we may use. And some pipes like, we never used. I never used the key value pipe in my project. But like by seeing it, we can easily understand. So how it is going to be, I will show you. Let's say I'm going to have something like public categories is the pipe and which is of type, categories is the one, and I'm creating it as what? A string value. Maybe I can say the first one is the mobile and the second one is going to be laptops is the category, and the third one is going to be, let's say, shoes is the one that what I can give, and the fourth one is going to be shirts that what I can give. And the fifth one is going to be, let's say, tablet that what I can say. Just I'm having, these are the list of category. Generally, like how we can display the list here, I'm taking a separate div. I'm taking a separate div over here, and I'm going to display this list so that I can use an UL and then following with LI, and then I'm using what? Guys, tell me. I'm using what? NG for, and how I can get? Let item of where it is available, categories, so that I can go to the categories here and get that all the categories. Now we can get all the categories here, and then I'm going to display that value by using interpolation syntax so that I can use the item that what we are having. Now save it, and then you can just come back here. Am I able to display all the categories here or not? Yes or no? Now I have a requirement. The requirement is going to be, I wanted to get the key and the value. I wanted to get what? A key and following with the value. Both I want to get. So how to get the key and value here, you know? Simply you can apply wherever you have the collection. Collection is having by default key and value pair. Wherever you have the collection, for that collection, you can give key value. Now, second, what is that advantage here? It will get the key which is associated, and also it will get the value which is associated for that particular key. Now, what I can do is, I am giving a class here, list unstyled I can give, so that we don't have any styling for that one. Okay, this is how it is going to be. Now you can see when I use key value is basically an object format. That means both the combination. Now I wanted to get it separately, so that first what I can do, I am going to use the key here, and then following with item dot, what we are having the second one, value that what I can have, and save it. And then you can see 0 is for what? Mobile. 1 is for what? Laptop. And second is for what? Shoes. Like that it is showing all the data or not? Yes or no? Not even for that. Even you can apply the same thing for the JSON objects also. That means you can have the list of category, and there also you can apply. That is also possible. Okay. That is the one. Key value. And along with that, let me check. I didn't remember like all the pipes. That is where I need to recollect. Okay. We have the next pipe that is going to be what? Date pipe is available. Now, when I say about the date pipe is used to display the date. Now, what I can do, I'll be taking a date here. Maybe I can say date, which is of type date, is equal to new date that what I can give. Now, Shrikant, what is date here? It is a JavaScript object which is used to get the current date and time. Now, when I'm using the date here, maybe if you wanted to give the public, you can. So I'll copy this, and I'm going to use the date here. Let's have a pipe where I can have the date here and save it, and then you can come back here. Now you see, am I able to see the date here or not? See this? This is the date that what we are having. Okay. This is the date, Friday, July 7. Like that we have much more. But what I want to do, I'm going to apply different pipes for this one. Let's have the pipe, and where I can have the date I can use, and then I use a pipe. And what is the pipe I used? Date pipe only. Save it, and then you can come back here. Now you can see we are having July 7, 2023 only. Like that, you can apply many possibilities. I will show you the list of possible values here. Yeah, you can see that. You can provide an option that is short, you can give. You can provide medium, long, full, short date, medium date, long date. All these are the different options. Suppose, let's say, I'm going to give the medium option here. Let's copy that, and then giving it over here. Options are given with the help of colon. Okay, colon, and then provide that option. Sorry. Medium is that option that I'm providing, and then just come back here. Now you can see what is the difference here. We have what? We got the date along with the specific time also it is showing me. Understood. Now the same place, in place of long, medium, maybe I can use the long and then come back here. It is showing me the format GMT plus 5. Like that, how many options are provided? You can see the predefined formatted option. We have short, medium, long, full, and you can give short date, full date, medium date, long time, full time, and short time. Like that, these are all the different options are available. You can just give those options so that automatically it will work. We have like lot of options are available. Just have a look into it. Clear na? Clear everyone, or any questions up to here? Any questions for anyone? Right. And the next one is going to be uppercase, lowercase. Okay, we have the second next pipe, that is the currency pipe. Now, let's say I'm going to create a simple variable here, public. Maybe I can say cost is going to be, which is of type number, is equal to, if I'll be giving 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I'm displaying this particular cost to here, I'll be taking a div. Okay. Now what I just, because everything comes down, right? That is where I'm just giving some height so that the remaining element flush up. That is only the reason. I'll take a pipe. Now you can see another paragraph that what I am taking here. And then you can see we have the cost. Okay. And save it. And then you can see that output that we are having. Now you can see it is showing me 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what is that 1, 2, 3, 4? Is it is an Indian rupee, or else it is a maybe the dollar, or maybe it is a Canadian dollar, or it might be a pound, or it may be a GB. What it is exactly? We don't have any clarity, because in DB we cannot store it, right? In database we cannot store it, but how I can handle it in Angular? For that reason, we have a pipe. What is the pipe here? It is, what is the pipe? Currency is the pipe. Now you can save it and then come back here. Automatically it is attached with the dollar sign or not? Yes or no? Now suppose Shrikant, I want to display that in Indian rupee. Then what you can do? You can provide that option. Okay. By default it is going to be in dollar. But if you wanted to provide any option, then what I can do? You can give that particular ISO code. Okay, International Standard Organization, we have like currency codes are available. ISO currency codes are available. You can see we have the list of codes are available. Maybe you can find it here. You can see CAD is there for Canadian dollar. Now, if you can go to your application and then in place of INR, if I'll be giving CAD as an option, now you can see I'm able to get what? CA dollar. And the same way, suppose let's say pound is available, that is euros. If I'm giving EUR, am I able to get that value or not? Associated value. Like that, we have many are available. Sorry. We have a list is there. Yeah, this is the list. AED, AFN, all AMD, all these are the list of currency codes. So if you can give that one, then automatically it will be displayed. I mean, it will get that particular one. If it is not supported, at least it should display like, you know, with that particular ISO standard. So that is how it is. Let's say Maybe something is not supported. Dutch, Greece, GBP. Okay. GBP is like, one we are having, which is valid in the London and Gibraltar, different countries. Now I'm going to give the GBP here. I'm not sure whether it is supported or not. And then check that output. Okay, it is also supported. Few are not supported, but most of, like I guess 80% of currency codes, ISO standard currency codes you can take, that is supported for this particular pipe. But the thing is like how these pipes are built. If you can right click on here and go to the implementations, if we can right click on here, go to the definition or else go to the implementation. Now you can see every pipe, as I told you, is going to be what? What a pipe? I told you a pipe is a class that we are having. Now you can see what it is: export, declare. What it is? It is a class, and the name of the class is going to be what? Currency pipe, which is implements from which interface? Pipe transform. Why pipe transform? Because pipe transform interface will contain one method, that is what we call it as a transform method. And what it will do is it will take that particular value, and then based on that options that we provided, it will perform that operation. Now you can see how it is going to be performed. Like we have like couple of codes here. Now based on that, like it will perform the operation. This is how the logic is going to. Understood? Leave about it. So currency is the one pipe. And someone, how many pipes in Angular? I never count it. Seriously, I never count it. If there is a requirement, I can Google and I can use it. That's it. Because I guess we have 15 to 16, maybe maximum of 20 below, not more than that. I never counted, but I guess we have something. You see, even Angular also they are giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 only. But apart from that, we have definitely. Apart from, we have I-18 pipes are available. Those are going to be, you can say Angular provide built-in pipe to transform, including the transform and internalization I-18N, which use the local information to format the data. And when I go with I-18, there are two pipes. These two are the new pipes actually. I-18N select is one pipe, and also I-18N plural is another pipe. Like that we are having. Here what is the difference? Date and data. Long. What is the question, Prashant? Please ask me one more time. Okay, sir, pipes are inbuilt classes only, or can we make our own? We definitely make our own pipe. I'll tell you a simple requirement. Suppose, let's say in my database, I have a table where I'm going to have the employee name and then following with the gender. Okay. By default, like, the predefined pipe that we are having, we uppercase, lowercase, that what I can do. But the client is giving me a requirement. The requirement is, suppose, let's say, if the gender is going to be male, then you're supposed to give Mr. before that employee name. If the gender is female, then you have to display, let's say, Miss before that employee name. I have, let's say, huge data where I'm having around, I can say that like 10,000 records are available. Then for each and every record, I can't modify it, right? I can't modify, and I can't even write a logic to see like, whether the gender is going to be male or female. Instead of doing that, if I'll be using, because we don't have a database access where I can't go there and I can't modify it over there. So that once if I'm getting the data from back end to the front end, based on the gender that what I'm getting, I'm going to append, I'm creating a new pipe. What that pipe will do, that pipe will transform that employee number based on the gender. If the gender is male, then append with Mr. If the gender is female, then append with Miss. Do we have any predefined pipe for that? Obviously no, because that is the custom requirement. That is the custom requirement that is required only for my project. It is not like, required in whole all the project. So that is the reason where we can write our own logic. That is where the custom pipe, the simple concept, nothing major. And the next question, what is the difference? Here, what is the difference? Are date and data long. Still, I'm not getting. Here, what is the use of I18? Yeah, I'll explain you that. Are you using TS file, both the date pipe, date in TS file, I never used any pipe. It is not required. Where I used? In TS file, where I use the pipe? I haven't used it, right? Okay, name, maybe if you get confused, today is equal to, I understood, maybe this is your question. Because like, I guess like you think that, I'll tell you, I'll come to that point. Okay, in this file, I use date, right? This is a pipe. If you can go to the definition, now what it is? Export, declare, class, and what is the class? Date pipe, here it is. And which is inherited from pipe transform. Okay. This is a date pipe. Just it is used for the formatting purpose. Generally, the today's date is displayed like this. You can see this is how like, the date is displayed. But customers don't want to see like, the time and GMT and how many like, the hours and each and everything they don't want to see. They wanted to see only a short date, or they wanted to see only, let's say, some medium date or long date. Then what I can do, I'll be using the date pipe along with the options that are available. And I told you, you can follow all that options that are available in your angular.io website. What are all the options we are having? You can use like, every option over there. Suppose, let's say, I'm going to give maybe here, let's say short if I'm using, and save it and then come back here. Now you can see how it is going to be. It is a short date or not. 7/7/23 and 10:10 a.m. is the one that what it is showing. Understood? So it provides you like lot of options for us, and among that, which one you guys wants to use, you can use. That's depend on the requirement. We can't say that like, all these are fine. Suppose if your manager says that like, I want to display the date in a different format. Like first I want to display the year, and then I want to display the date, and then I want to display the month. Then we don't have an option. We create our own pipe at that particular scenario. Okay, clear now? Right. Now, the next one is going to be I18 select pipe. So what it is a generic selector that display the string that matches with the current value that what we are having. It is like, somehow very definitely important. I'll tell you like, the scenario, when do we go for this particular one? Let's say the requirement is going to be, okay, the requirement is going to be, I'm going to display a simple table here, and the table will contain data, something like this. I added like, different product from different places. Okay. Now here I am giving like, the product name, and at the same time, okay, let's say the first one is the product name Samsung. Okay, I ordered it from Delhi, and it might take, let's say, 2 days, 2 days for me. And at the same time, I'm going to order, let's say, an iPhone, which is there in Mumbai. Okay, which is there in Mumbai, and it is also taking 2 days. 2 days. And the third one is going to be, let's say, I ordered OnePlus, and again, it is also coming from Mumbai. Then it is also taken how many days? Definitely. How many days? 2 days. Suppose I ordered, let's say, Samsung, and I'm ordering this from Goa, and it is taken around, let's say, 2 business days. Okay, 2 days, that what I am giving. Now you can see, this is the data that what I am having. This is the data that what I am having. Generally, like, how many columns are required in my DB to maintain this? How many columns are required? 3 columns. Tell me what are the columns here. One is product name. Second one is order from. Third one is going to be, okay, delivery period. Okay, delivery period, that what I can say. Now here in this case, suppose let's say if it is going to be Samsung, I'm ordering from where? Definitely from Mumbai, and at the same time, the delivery period is going to be 2 days, right? Yes or no? So like that, if I'll be writing the data in this way, generally what happen, the data, like whatever we are having here, is going to be redundant. That means same data. If it is Mumbai 2 days, that is standard. If it is Delhi, that is 3 days, that is standard. If it is going to be, let's say, from Hyderabad, same day. Suppose if it is going to be Goa, it might take 1 day. That delivery times are standard, right? Yes or no? Generally, this kind of requirements are there. Database and what they are doing, they create the relational tables. And that concept, what we call it as normalization. Have you heard that? Normalization in database end. First normal form, second normal form. That means instead of maintaining the whole data with duplication, generally, in relational database, what they are doing, they are maintaining the relational tables. They created a separate table by following a concept, that is what we call it as a normalization. Normalization in the sense, mainly used for like, that optimization. Instead of, that means utilizing the database space in an efficient way, we use the normalization mechanism. Suppose if that is a case, definitely this requirement will be converted into 2 tables, right? Definitely the requirement will convert it into 2 table. The first table is going to be what is the product, and the second table is going to be what is the, from where it is coming. Let's say it is shipped to Delhi, and let's say if it is going to be Samsung, I am just getting it from Mumbai, that what I can give. And the same time, what they are doing, they prepare a table in the database by giving that particular value. Suppose let's say if it is going to be Delhi, how many days it will take? It will take 2 days. So that what I can do, I am writing here 2 days. And if it is going to be Mumbai, I am going to write, let's say, 1 day. Okay, 1 day. And if it is going to be, let's say, Hyderabad, and this might take same day delivery. Suppose let's say same day delivery, that what I am having. This is what we call it as normalization generally. Suppose if you people are getting the data from the back end in a normalized format. Okay, normalized format, you are getting like, two data points or else two variables. If you are getting where it contains the data with some relation and you wanted to combine that and display within a single table, then you can use I18 select pipe we are using. I am using what? I18 select is the pipe that we are using. Understood? This is the story behind the new pipe. I18 select pipe is used only when there is a two data point where it comes with the data. Understand? And which is having a relation. I will show you an example so that you will understand. Now what I can do is I'll create a new one. What is the time? It's 10:17. Okay. It might take 10 to 15 minutes, not more than that. Please bear with me. I'll right click and go with the integrated terminal. Let's say NGG, C for the component. I wanted to create a new pipe here. Maybe I can say advanced pipe hyphen skip hyphen test. Sorry, I'm using NGG C for the pipe, advanced pipe. I can give hyphen skip hyphen test, I can say, so that automatically it get created. Now you see, I'll explain you with the same example only, don't worry. I'll go to my TS file and this one, let me close it. Now here you can see, first of all, what I want to do is, I'm going to prepare some data here. So the first one is going to be, let's say, public products is the one which is having name which is of type string, and the second one is going to be shipped to, and this is also going to be string that what I am having, and where it is containing an array of product so that I can create an array. So the first one is the name, and the name is going to be, let's say, iPhone, and this is going to be shipped to, let's say, Delhi. Okay, like that I'm going to have different. This is the first one, and second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, and I'm going to have, let's say, Samsung, and this is also shipped to Delhi, and after that I'm giving Oppo, and this is going to be shipped to, let's say, Hyderabad, and after that maybe, let's say, Vivo, that what I can give, and this is also shipped to, let's say, Goa or something I can give, and then I'm going to write another one. Any other phone? What? MI. Okay, I'm not getting the phone. Okay, red MI, right? And then, okay, red MI, and I'm going to shift this to Hyderabad. So this is like, one data that what I'm getting it from one table. Like that, I'm getting the data from another table which is there in the relation. So how I can do that? Public, let's say, status that what I can give, and the status is going to be any, and here first thing is going to be, suppose if it is going to be Delhi, okay, then I can do something like delivery in 2 days. Okay, 2 days I can say. I'm writing some key and value, nothing apart from that. Suppose, let's say, if it is going to be Hyderabad, I'll be writing same day delivery, that what I can use. And the third one is going to be, suppose, let's say, if it is Goa, and it might take definitely, let's say, deliver in 3 days, that what I can say. Delivery in 3 days I can say. Suppose, let's say, if any other, rather than that, we don't have any guarantee that always we will be having the same data. So that what I can do, I am writing something like, if it is other, then what I can do, usually dispatched, okay, dispatched in 4 working days, maybe. I can write something like this. So this is how it is going to be. We have the relation in between these two, right? We have a relation with what? Delhi, Hyderabad, and Goa. Like that we are having this one. Now I have a requirement Based on these two, I wanted to display the data in a single table. That means, suppose if it is iPhone, it is shipped to where? Delhi. And based on this Delhi, I want to display this value. Understood? Then I can use that pipe. I'll be using a div here. Let's have the div which contains the class as container. I'm using, this is an example with I18 select pipe. I can say I18 select pipe, where I can have a table which contains the table and table hyphen over that what I can give. Each is having table head here, and then I'm using a tr. There I can provide the th. First one is the product name, and second one is going to be shipped to where, and third one is going to be duration or something. Or else let's say I am writing delivery status, I can say. What happened? Did I miss anything? Okay, let's say status I can write. Okay, status I can write. And after that, I'm going to use T body, and then I'll be using the TR here. Generally, like, TR only will get iterated, right? Yes or no? TR only will get iterated. So that what I can do, I'll be using ng for is equal to let item of where the data is available. Data is available in the product. So that I'll be using the products here. Okay. I'll be using the products over here. And then you can see I'm able to display the product here. Maybe I can use the TD, and I'm going to get item dot. First one is what we are having here. Name is available, so that I can get the name. And second one is going to be item dot. Item dot. We have what? Shipped to is available, so that I can give shipped to. And the third one is going to be, I just wanted to get the status. Now status is available in a different place here. It is not the part of the product here, right? But what is the relation between those? Whatever the shipped to is available, that would be the key here in the second one. And then we have the value. Now what I can do for that one, what I can do is I am going to use item dot shipped to based on a pipe, that is I18 select, that what I can use. And then I am going to use what? The status, that what we are having. Based on this collection, I am going to get it. Understood? I use what? I18 select, and based on the option that what I am giving, and save it, and then come back here. Now you can see, okay, still we are executing it. Now let me come back here. App hyphen advanced pipe is available, and go to there. I'll be using index.html, where I can use that one. That is the first. And the second one is going to be app module. Sorry, yes. Advanced pipe component. Maybe I can use advanced pipe component, save it, and then you can just come back here. Now you see, am I getting it or not? Delivered. If it is Delhi, 2 days. If it is Delhi, 2 days. If it is Hyderabad, same day delivery. If it is Goa, 3. And if it is Hyderabad, same day. Suppose, let's say, if I'll be adding another product here, and the name of the product is going to be, okay, Razor or something. Okay. The beautiful phone is going to be Nokia, always. And then I'm going to ship it to, let's say this is for Mumbai. But do we have the Mumbai here? Do we have the Mumbai? No. That is where it is showing me. Okay, it is not getting other OTHER. Maybe small letter. Yes, it's a small letter. If any other rather than that, then it is showing me what? Usually dispatched in 4 working days. This is very new pipe generally, and which play a major role, like, these kind of operations, especially. And you can find a different example from here also. You can see we have a male, then invite him. And if it is a female, invite her. And other, you can see this is how, like, the component data is going to be based on the gender selection. If you wanted to send an invite, separate invite, then you can provide this one. Live examples also available for everything. Okay, but we don't have the live example here. But somewhere, like, you can find the live examples also. You can just have a look into it. Okay, clear? This is the new one, and I-18 plural is also new one, and you people try that one as an assignment. Okay, don't need to break your brains. Ask Google. Okay, Google will provide you different example. What you understood, that you let me know. That's it. Even you copy paste also, I really happy. It's okay, because every developer is doing like that only. I told you, like, I'm also doing the same, right? Even in session in front of you. If I'm not getting what I can do, because I don't have any memory. I mean, I don't have chips, external devices to store everything. That is where, if I'm not getting, I ask the Google, Google will provide me. But the thing is, like, we need to understand that concept. If you can understand, then only you will able to think that, that is apt for the requirement or not. That is what we call it as R&D, research and development. That is important. Use the Google, efficiently use the Google. Definitely. I really appreciate the people who are doing more R&D on the Google. But the thing is, if you can understand the example, now you see, this is that example I understood. Immediately I got something different, so that I can explain in a different way where everyone can understand. So like that, you can understand the concept, then you can integrate it with any of the system. It doesn't matter, like, how complex application it is, how simple application it is. That is very important according to me. So you can use the Google, find a beautiful example for I-18N plural, and just write down some notes about that also. Okay, what it is doing, in which scenario, that will be helpful, and prepare some example. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss about how to work with, it's a pure custom environment. That is how to create the custom pipe, how to work with the custom directives and all. That is what tomorrow. Okay, that's it for the day. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.